Well, today we are shearing Rasta. Rasta was featured in our video about rooing. So here you can see Rasta. He's tied to the fence, although not well. All right, so today we're going to be shearing Rasta. Now, Rasta was featured in our video on rooing. Now, if you don't know what that is, that basically means that the fleece pulls out / falls out in the springtime. Unfortunately, they do not roo in the fall. And as you can see, Rasta has a lot of hair. Good boy, just wait. Look at this. Now, ideally, when you're wanting to process this fleece into yarn, you don't want it more than 6 inches. And basically my hand, tip of finger to palm, is probably around 6 inches. And as you can see, we are certainly probably past that actually. And it's hard to believe because this is the second time being shorn this season. This video is kind of just a follow-up really on the rooing and the fact that come fall, we still have to cut this boy's fleece. Even though he sheds beautifully in the spring, if we left this now, Rasta would be a matted mess come springtime. So we're going to do the same technique that I do with all my other sheep. I'll link a video above. We're going to go down his back and then kind of work our way down. And hopefully he's in a mood to behave because it's the beginning of November, but it's beautiful out today. So there you can see for me, first step is cutting right down the middle of his fleece so that we've got a separation. Now, one thing I am noticing, he's impatient. He doesn't want to stay standing here. But one thing I am noticing is right here we have some pretty serious matting from the rain and whatnot. And I'm guessing this is because when he rooed, he had nice edges and still some fluff in there that we didn't come back and cut. So it'll be interesting to see if that causes a problem with the processing of the fleece. I may have to come back and actually cut all that off. We'll just see. But at this point, we're just going to try and get it off of him. But as you can see, unbelievable how long that is and gorgeous. Hey, Rasta boy, you got some beautiful fleece. So as you can see here, I work from the back end. I've split down the middle. I work from the back end and then go forward. Be good, Rasta. His tail's a wagging, watch. Let's see. Oh, you're not going to wag your tail now? There it is. He's itchy with all this fur on, especially going into the winter when he's going to be in the barn for a bit every now and then. But look at this already down here. Isn't that just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous place? This is why I wanted to make sure I got him shorn before wintertime, because we've got some beautiful fleece. And you know, for a ram fleece, it's exceptionally soft. I do believe that is something to do with the Moirite coloring. Even though this is a gray, which is coarser, the Moirite is a much softer fleece than the black. We're going to keep going because he's being a patient boy, but he will run out of patience soon. Look at the tails just going, and he's leading in. He's definitely glad to get this off, aren't you, buddy? Oh, he's leaning all his weight on me. He's such a cutie pie. What a good ram. Oh, okay, that's enough. You're pushing me over. It's wonderful to work with good behaved boys. So one thing that's very nice when you're doing the hand shearing with the little scissors is you can really see those second cuts. Now, I know somebody who's an expert with clippers can also see those second cuts, but it's so simple to remove those, and you want them gone before you try and wash and card this fleece, because once those get in there, it's really hard to remove them, and they do make for a not fantastic spin. So I'm going to shadow here, but you can see right here what I'm talking about. When I do like that, see all that there? Those little hairs that I just pulled out? That was a second cut. When I went and clipped here, I got a little piece of what I'd already cut, and you want to take that out. So this is the optimal time. The other thing I want to talk about here, we're kind of in the shadow, but you can still see it, is when you're doing the hand shearing, right here, you can see I've left all the stuff that I don't want in my fleece. Now, normally when you clip this, all this comes off, and then you have to skirt your fleece before you wash it and send it to wherever, or card it yourself. But with this, I'm only removing the part that I want right now. I'm going to put that in a bag, and then I'm just going to come back and clean him up later. You can also see back here on his butt, he has dark hair, and I don't want that in my fleece bag, so I'm going to just trim that off after and discard it. Basically same idea as skirting your fleece. But all in all, we're making fantastic progress, and Rasta Boy is being a super sheep. And there we have Rasta all finished. Don't be silly. He's ready to go back inside, although he's going to check out our setup here first. Just show them what you look like. There he is, all finished up. Boy, he's round going into the winter. You're round, buddy. So all in all, not a lot actually in the waste department. Basically everything I threw on the ground here either had mats in it or was in that area I talked about skirting. We have ended up with a whole bag here of absolutely gorgeous fleece, nicely skirted, ready for cleaning. I actually have Rasta's fleece from spring still in the bag as typical hickory croft fashion. It has not even been washed yet, but we don't usually do a lot of that in the summer because we have a lot of other things going on with the garden and so on. So it's kind of a winter project anyways once the wood stoves get going. But I'm curious to see just how much fleece we got off of Rasta in 1 year, because he is an amazing, amazing fleece sheep. So far, we've kept one girl from Rasta and she has beautiful fleece, but she's a combination of our best fleeced ewe with Rasta. So of course we're going to get gorgeous fleece from that. But Rasta for a ram has soft, beautiful fleece, and it's always so thick. So I'm going to take this inside and I'm going to get out this spring's fleece as well and weigh just how much we got off of one sheep in 1 year for spinning. Well, we're back in the house and we've had some discussion, Chris and I, and certainly we got a lot less fleece, but that was to be expected because last year was the first time we had sheared, I always get that wrong. Anyways, took his hair off on Rasta and we got a lot. Here's Rasta's fleece from this spring when he rooed on his own. We've got a video about that, which I already linked it. But we're going to weigh this to see how much we got off of him this spring. And then we're going to weigh what we just took off of him today, because I'm very curious to see how much a single Icelandic sheep has produced in a full year with 2 shearings. So we're going to get some weights and we'll bring it back. So after fiddling with the scale and getting weights on this fleece, Rasta's spring fleece was 4¼ pounds. And what we took off of him today was 3¼ And as Chris actually pointed out, because I said about it being less, but his spring fleece was a lot dirtier than what I took off of him today. So there could be a lot of dirt weight in this because basically we haven't washed anything. We're weighing in at a dirty, basically as if I was bringing it to somebody to do the cleaning and spinning and everything like that. They're going to weigh your bag when you bring it in and they're going to charge you X amount a pound to clean it. So they're weighing it as a dirty weight before they even start. And that's what we're doing as well. So I'm curious to see just how much we get after we clean it. And I'm really excited to start working with it because it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fleece.
From a big ram.
From a big ram. I mean, often ram fleece is just discarded. I mean, so many people just kind of, it's ram fleece. It's not going to be very nice. But some of them really produce beautiful fleece. So make sure you're checking. If you have Icelandic sheep, don't write that ram fleece off because it can be gorgeous. So total weight for the fleece off of Rasta this year, he produced 7½ pounds of fleece, which is incredible. I don't think we have another sheep that comes close to that. We have a few ewes that are beautiful producers, but they do not produce that much. So stay tuned as we get going on using some of this fleece over the next few months, because winter is the best time to sit and spin and knit. And we'll be sure to update you on what we get up to with all of this fleece.